Hi everybody, this is Deepak, final year doctoral student from All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysore, affiliated to University of Mysore. Today I am going to talk about the study titled Effect of Word Retrieval Therapy on Discourse Genre in Persons with Aphasia, an Exploratory Study. Authors were myself, Deepak, and Dr. S.P. Goswami. To introduce the topic, discourse or everyday conversation is deemed to play an imperative role in everyday communication for both people with persons with aphasia and those without language impairment. That is, we try to use longer sentences or coherence to express our desires, needs through sentence level. That is similar for both persons with aphasia as well as the person without the language impairment. And the discourse task, which include both the varied linguistic load and cognitive load compared to single word retrieval task, where single word retrieval task will only have a specific goal of retrieving a specific item or object, but where in case in discourse skills, they need to formulate the sentence, they need to take consideration to syntactic element, semantic element, and then they should frame. So this discourse task will have more linguistic and cognitive load and compared to single word retrieval. And the studies which dealt with word retrieval word retrieval treatment will only focuses on treating the word retrieval failures. However, there are few studies which have included discourse in word retrieval treatment, but they manifested equivocal findings or up to a subtle increment were noticed. These are some of the studies. So this present study, inculcated the fundamental ideas from Edmond et al.'s 2014 study to design experimental condition. So with this introduction, moving on to the need of the study, the present study intends to explore the effect of word retrieval treatment on discourse skills in persons with aphasia. Why this is important? Because in everyday communication or during our functional communication to convey our needs, we always rely on the sentence level conversation or more of sentence level conversation. But the most of the word retrieval treatment fail to gauge these skills at sentence or conversation level. They confine their assessment only to word retrieval skills. This in reality or in the outside environment, the single word task or single word retrieval will not be a sufficient one. So this study try to elicit more on discourse skills, how the performance of how person with aphasia will perform at the level of discourse. So hence the present study aim to investigate what is the relationship between the word retrieval treatment and discourse. Moving on to the method part, the current study was carried out on 4 Broca's aphasia who aged between 35 to 52 years with the stroke post onset of greater than 6 months. At the outset, they were trained with semantic cueing of verb and its thematic role. It is a treatment approach. It is called as SCVTR treatment approach. It uses verb as a pivot stimuli. That is, this efficacy was carried out as a phase 1 study and has been published. And after this therapy, discourse skills was assessed at 3 time points. That is, one is with respect to pre-treatment, post-treatment, and during follow-up. This follow-up was assessed 1 month after the withdrawal of treatment. To elaborate more on SCVT approach, in this approach, verb were trained as a central element and the corresponding thematic role were elicited. That is, the verbs are elicited by giving the range of semantic cues. For example, the verb drive, for verb drive, the semantic cues will be given, like how do you go in car, to go to shop. So by giving the range of semantic cues, the particular verb will be elicited. Based on that particular verb, this corresponding thematic role will be elicited. That is, The thematic role is nothing but the subject and object, that is who drive and what did he drive. So for example, for the verb drive, the agent will be the dad, can be a dad drives car. So that too, the dad and car will be the thematic role associated. Followed by this, the particular generated agent, verb and patient will be read by the person with aphasia. If he is not able to read, the researcher will read for him. Just a choral reading will be employed. Choral reading method will be employed. Followed by this, that particular generated agent, patient and verb will be expanded by asking who, where, why and when. Who drives the car? Where did he drives? Why did he drive the car? When did he drive the car? Those questions will be posed to the participant, followed by semantic judgment. To give an example, for semantic judgment, dad drives boat. Whether the question posed is right or not, he should make a judgment for the particular questions. And followed by lastly, independent retrieval of work. In this step, there was no cues were provided. So in the current study, the important scale used were DAS, that is called Discourse Analysis Scale. It is an Indian scale to assess discourse, which was developed by Emma and Shamla 2014, which this scale uses both propositional and non-propositional aspect of speech. To exemplify or to give an example, propositional and non turn-taking, topic maintenance, coherence, all aspects are assessed using the rating scale of using 3-point rating scale. After computing all the scores, finally we will be getting the cumulative scores that will be divided by 100 to get a percentage. That percentage is considered as DQ. That is discourse quotient. That is determined across pre, post and follow. Moving on to the results of the study, data were analyzed using both two methods. One is visual inspection method and by calculating the effect size. Effect size was calculated based on Bensi and Robbie method 2006. He has given some criteria to categorize whether the effect size is small, medium and large. If the effect size is 2.6, then it is a small effect size. If it is a 3.9 and 5.8, then it will be a medium and large effect size. In our study, all the 4 participants manifested large effect size. Moving on to the visual inspection method, as you can see the figure, where you can see when you compare the pre and post in P1, there is a reduction in the scores, that is from 4.6 to 33.56. A similar trend was observed in P2, P3 and P4, where there was a increase in performance from compared to pre versus post. That is with respect to pre and post. When you compare the post and follow-up scores, where you can see the P1, P2, P3 and P4, across all the participants, the scores were almost same across post to follow-up. This signifies that there was no dropout of scores, indicating good maintenance effect even after the cessation of treatment. This indicates the strength of the treatment. Moving on to the discussion point, we have tried to reason out few reasons why these findings has arise. One is this could be attributed to extensive semantic network, activation of extensive semantic network. That is, as I explained earlier, to retrieve verb or corresponding thematic role, the particular semantic cues are given, right? So these semantic cues are not activated for the particular word. This has extended beyond the trained stimuli. Thus, it helps person with aphasia to have a large word repertoire. This large word repertoire helps in formulation of helps during the conversation level, discourse level, or while having a functional level. So this improvement has been transferred to that level. And what second reason is In word retrieval treatment training, we have followed a systematic steps. First is retrieval of word, followed by thematic role and reading the particular generated agent verb and patient and semantic judgment. Then expanding the arise by asking who, when, and what. These systematic steps helps in reducing the word retrieval failures in persons with aphasia. This would have contributed in enhancing and making the maximize the communicating ability in persons with aphasia. Third, we try to reason out. As I said, in step 3 of SCVTR approach, that is semantic union of verb and thematic role, we try to expand the scenarios by asking who, why, what, and when. This expansion would have helped in increasing his comprehension ability or apprehending the stimulus, and he should able to answer or retrieve the particular answer for the specific question. This helps him in further helps him in conversing better even in the discourse level. To conclude, this study throw light on relationship between the word retrieval treatment and discourse. This study should be interpreted with caution because of small sample size, and one more thing is because of this study try to analyze the effect of word retrieval treatment on discourse. So this can act as an auxiliary benefit. So this result should be reiterated with the future studies in order to gain a more effective findings. Okay. Thank you. If you have any questions, queries, please feel free to ask. And this is my email ID, deepakaryan064@gmail.com. Thank you.